What if I told you that you could own a self-driving car that produces money for you, travels to other planets, and works everywhere? Elon Musk doesn't think this is possible. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, first announced intentions to create a completely autonomous self-driving Robotaxi in 2016. He hopes to use the service to spark a transportation revolution and transform the globe. Even though it hasn't been seen yet due to Tesla not having released any photos, he has hinted that it's closer than ever and might even be ready this year, even though it hasn't been on the road for 7 years. Musk stated during Tesla's financial results that despite the car sounding more like a train than a car due to the lack of pedals and a steering wheel, we are working on a new vehicle that I alluded to at the Giga Texas opening, which is a dedicated robot taxi. Those who are interested will have to wait until next year. Conference call, it won't have a steering wheel or pedals because it will be highly designed for autonomy. It is basically geared to get the lowest completely considered cost per mile or kilometer when counting everything. And while there are a few other advancements that I think are really exciting surrounding it, I think it will be a major driver of Tesla's growth, he added. For a long time, Tesla has indicated that it is interested in turning its customers' automobiles into autonomous vehicles that might be utilized as robot taxis. Musk stated that the car will be unveiled in 2 years and go into mass production in 2024. I think we'll give them the lowest cost per mile they've ever seen with the autonomy of the robotaxis, he stated. In an extensive interview with CNN's David Faber, Elon Musk discussed his plans for the project and highlighted how acting as a self-driving ride-hailing platform seems to be a key component of the value proposition. During the conversation, he talked about how the typical passenger car is only utilized for 10 to 12 hours a week, and that most of that time is spent parked at the owner's house or place of business. This makes the value proposition of autonomous software extremely inefficient. As part of a ride-hailing service, vehicles may be using their idle time to drive about. Network-generating revenue for Tesla and the owner Musk alluded to a potential business plan that would split revenue 50-50, or even 730 in the car owner's favor. This may drastically change Tesla's financial situation, because each car might eventually make a 70% or higher margin rather than just producing and selling cars with a 25% gross profit margin. But is his vision realistic, and when will it materialize? Turn into a reality. Let's examine. Elon Musk is not averse to making audacious statements and forecasts. He says that the completely autonomous system he has been working on for Tesla cars for years would be completed by the end of the next year. Musk cited research conducted earlier this year by Cathie Wood and her company ARK Investment Management, which predicted that by 2027, autonomous ride-hailing could bring in $4 trillion in revenue. Additionally, the robotaxi may earn an enterprise value of $14 trillion, supporting ARK's $2 trillion price prediction for Tesla stock in 2027, the highest level on Wall Street. If ARK's prediction were accurate today, the autonomous platform would be the most valuable piece of technology in the world. By that time, ARK projects that the platform will account for 67% of the company's $6.1 trillion in enterprise value. Elon continues by asserting that Tesla's self-driving technology will be able to handle every circumstance on any road without the assistance of a human. How does this relate to robot taxis, though? He even says it will function on a hypothetical Mars or other Earth. Musk envisions Tesla cars serving as ride-hailing services once they are able to operate autonomously. He says Tesla owners may join their cars to the fleet of robotaxis and make money while their vehicles aren't in use. Essentially, these are vehicles that pick up and drop off customers without the need for a driver. At Tesla's annual stockholder meeting in 2022, Elon compared the new business model to a cross between Uber and Airbnb, where you could hire out your car for rides and divide the earnings with Tesla. He said that owners would be able to rent out their vehicles based on how often they needed to use them. There are car parks with lots of vehicles. A passenger car is typically used for 12 hours per week. If it's self-contained, it may last 50 or 60 hours. The interesting thing about cars is that they don't price, so in that scenario, at least for a while, the gross margin for an autonomous car is mind-boggling. Cars require drivers, so they're not used very often. He stated Musk predicts that a normal car joined to the robotaxi system would experience a weekly increase in utilization from 12 to 60 hours, producing revenue. Additionally, he asserts that robot taxis will be far safer and less expensive than human-driven taxis and Uber rides. How realistic is Musk's vision for robotaxis? He will need to overcome some challenges and uncertainties before he can make it happen. He estimates that the robotaxis will only cost 18 cents per mile, compared to 62 cents for Uber and $2 to $3 for regular taxis. He also claims that because of Tesla's advanced sensors and software, robotaxis will have a lower accident rate than human drivers. Among them is regulation. Musk acknowledges that getting regulatory approval would be the hardest part of introducing robot taxis in various regions, but he thinks that eventually, demand from the public and pressure from regulators will force them to accept robot taxis wherever there is competition for Tesla. Other businesses in the industry, such as Waymo, are also working on self-driving cars and ride-hailing services, in addition to Tesla. In restricted places, companies such as Cruise, Uber, Lyft, and others have already introduced or tested their own autonomous vehicles or robot taxis. Relationships or information they need to be superior to Tesla. Uber Technologies is the undisputed leader in the ride-hailing industry today and is now building its self-driving technology. But should Uber be concerned now that a massive company like Tesla has entered the fray? Because human drivers are the company's largest expense, an autonomous solution would be the logical next step in its business model. Tesla's autonomous driving software is widely regarded as the most advanced in the industry, with 2.7 million cars specifically collecting data on the road, which is 10 times more than its nearest competitor. However, Uber has a significant advantage in its digital platform, with over 130 million monthly users and 2.1 billion rides completed in the first quarter of 2023 alone. Uber's relationship with autonomous technology has not been smooth. It abandoned an internal development project in 2020 after one of its test vehicles killed a pedestrian a few years earlier. However, last year, the Korean automotive giant Hyundai and a mobility technology company formed Motional, a joint venture that will see Uber operate its renowned 5 electric vehicle line in addition to the joint venture. Motional has developed a driverless platform that has achieved SAE Society of Automobile Engineers Level 4, meaning it is completely self-sufficient and capable of handling all driving and navigational duties without the need for human assistance. Uber has a ride-hailing ecosystem that Motional does not, and together the two companies may potentially create the greatest autonomous ride-sharing network in history. The only problem with this is execution. Musk has a history of making audacious forecasts and usually breaking his word or making exaggerated claims. In 2016, for instance, he promised that Tesla would have fully autonomous vehicles by the year 2018. By 2020, he predicted, Tesla will have 1 million robot taxis operating on the road. Musk might be unduly hopeful because neither of these things happened. Or assured of his schedule and objectives for robotaxis, Elon Musk has made suggestions that Tesla's self-driving technology will rely on a closed-loop environment. This effectively ensures that the company will continue to profit from its software in perpetuity. If new electric vehicles completely replace sales of internal combustion vehicles and Tesla remains the most popular electric vehicle brand, this closed-loop strategy could be worth trillions of dollars. Teslas can only operate within Tesla's ride-hailing network. They cannot, for example, work for Uber. The most crucial question is whether or not non-Tesla owners will download another smartphone application in order to be able to hail a Tesla, an advantage that Uber currently holds. Even though Tesla has a large number of cars on the road, the business will struggle if customers choose to utilize none of them. Will Elon Musk launch a revolutionary automated taxi service? Does he think too large, too fast? Please let us know in the comments area below. And don't forget to like this video. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.